Hi folks, welcome to Frugal and Delicious. You are in the garden with me. I actually, in light of the pandemic and the situation in our world right now, have chosen some new ways of life. As you know, I'm loving life, finding frugal ways to live and making delicious meals. So this is my newest venture. In front of you here are some hanging baskets that I had last year. My son gave me some beautiful wave petunias that actually hung from, I don't know if you can see, this is my herb planter. There are 3 hooks right near the top there, and I had those beautiful hanging baskets hanging from there. You can see all my herbs. I am proud to say I kept those alive through the winter on my back porch and in my laundry room. So they stayed nice and warm and watered and attention, but of course we live in Tennessee, so we had an easier winter. But from those hooks last year hung these 3 hanging basket pots. And this year I'm not going to put flowers in them because I'm thinking we're going to need food for our family. And instead of flowers, I have chosen to put in some zucchini and squash plants in those 3. To me, it is more productive and better for my family if we should have food instead of flowers. So flowers are super pretty. They can't feed our family. And as you can see right now, I'm standing in my garden, and this is a raised bed that my husband designed last year, and my son and I built. I'm very proud to say I got to use power tools and built this planter. It has a bar across the top so we can hang things from there. And if we don't want to hang things, we can actually trellis beans and peas up there with some string. And here is where I wintered all of my pots from last year, working. It's a little bit of a mess working on some things over the winter. I can even see in that one pot right there, along with a weed, we actually have a mum that came back from last year that was planted there. So we'll be working on all of these this year throughout the spring and summer. So stay tuned for that. Starting, I went to our local Lowe's store and I got this beautiful flower and garden soil with fertilizer in it to help the plants grow a little bit better. Look at that deep, rich soil. That's going to be super good for the plants. So we'll be using that today. And in my raised bed, as you can see, we already have some plants. Those right there. Actually, some lettuce seeds that I planted last fall, and they decided to come up. Here, with a little onion coming up, isn't that cute? I'll have another post on planting onion sets in just a little bit. And these cute little plants, those are radishes that I planted from seed. Aren't they cute? Look at that. And way at the end, there's another onion coming up, so more on that later. And these over here, those thin little greens coming up, those are spinach, because I sure love my spinach, raw or cooked. Look at that, they're coming up great. So, back to the zucchini and the squash.
Good afternoon.
Hey, Tom. My neighbor Tom coming out to say hi. We live in such a good area. So we're going to start by taking one of these pots and we'll put it down here. Hi, Abby. He's even got the dog out there with him. So we're going to fill this up with soil. Usually I have my garden gloves on, but they don't work well when operating a phone or a camera to do things like this. But so here we go. We're just going to fill this up with this nice, beautiful soil. Look at that.